Well, good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day number 45 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour. RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery. A 48-state, 4-year ride for addiction recovery awareness. Each day I pedal for someone who's passed away from addiction, and the whole end goal is to build a rehab, and this is state number 37, North Dakota, on the Ride to RAGBRAI 2022. A 4,500-mile loop around the Midwest, Ohio to Erie Trail, Michigan's Upper Peninsula, west to Glacier National Park, south to Yellowstone, and east to RAGBRAI the last week of July, and it's all to raise awareness that addiction recovery options are available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, celebrate recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world, that just want to help you, talk to you, and love you if you find yourself battling addiction. So yeah, here in the old high roller suite. God is so good. You know that? God is just so good. Woke up this morning to the alarms going off in the hotel saying evacuate, evacuate. And so like I kind of put on my jacket and didn't put on any pants or anything, just had my bathing suit on and just kind of walked out here to the door where I could leave if I needed to. But I was keeping an eye on the bike, like trying to think through. So I came back in and started packing stuff on the bike, and then the alarms went off. The people that were mingling around were essentially saying that the front desk didn't even know what was happening back here in this wing of the hotel. And eventually it turned out that it was just a false alarm. Somebody had pulled the handle or something somewhere and set it off. So thank God for that. I did get a chance to get everything caught up. All the YouTube comments, all the Redeeming Eden comments, all the Facebook comments, all the stuff. I finally was able to sit down and look through and do all the things. I even went back on YouTube. I found like a thing, unresponded comments, and went back years and responded to all those comments, which was pretty cool. And two of them that really struck me were Mike Mathis, who passed away last year. He had a couple comments that I felt like it was him talking to me again. It was really nice. So anyway, I'm going to get on the road. It looks like it's going to be rainy on and off maybe. It looked like it was going to rain all day today, and then that has held off. So it's not raining right now. But I've got to go like 56 miles. There is one campground in the middle I could stop at, but I don't want to. To make it to Glacier by May 25th, I've got to do like 51 miles a day on average. I imagine now that I'm in like this part of the, Midwest, that there is going to be much more extended stretches between places, and so that it should be able to be made up relatively quickly. But I do need to stay on top of that, so that's what I'm going to do. Tomorrow looks terrible. The wind looks just terrible. If that doesn't change, I'll take a 0 tomorrow in Enderlin, North Dakota. If it does change, then I'll head out into it. So again, not worried about tomorrow. I need to quit worrying about tomorrow and just focus on the things that I've got today, because the things that I've got today are so good. So I am going to do all that, get on the road, and yeah, you'll see more of that right about now. Boy, I tell you what, that is above flood stage for sure. Look how high up the water is on these trees. And not only that, it's been pretty incredible looking at this coming up on the right or left-hand side of the road. Boy, does God know how to hold back a flood or what. I might be like a foot above that water line being allowed to go through. That's so cool. God is so good. I'm so thankful. I have no idea what other way I would go at this point. Like, this is the road I know I'm supposed to go down, but if that water was any higher, I might have to turn back around, so. Oh man, I'm thanking God right now so much. Let me go check it out. All right, so it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, all you mothers out there. Especially happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there who watch the channel who've lost a loved one to addiction. I ride through your pain, so my heart goes out to you today. But I was talking to Christy on the phone last night, and she went to the beach for Mother's Day yesterday. They had a great time. Got to really kind of get out and enjoy the beautiful Mobile, Alabama weather. And I made the mistake of mentioning to her, you know, Christy, I'm 2,000 miles away from any beach. Like, I'm the farthest away from a beach that I could be. As it turns out, I was wrong. I had no idea that I would be riding down a causeway on a beautiful North Dakota beach today. So yeah, happy Mother's Day. Oh man, the temperature's so good. It's like a summer rain shower. It feels amazing. All right, so I stopped here in Kindred at the Express Lane and got a personal pan pizza. Kind of looked at my route ahead. I've got 30 miles left to go to get to Enderlin, and the park is right on like a giant train track, yard. So it's gonna be a fun night. The wind will be going with me, it looks like. I am so cold. That rain was just crazy, and it was really, really interesting because I rode through, a good bit of lightning, and there was just nowhere I could go. It was flat everywhere. I didn't want to crawl into the ditch, so I found myself just praying Psalm 23, and I got to thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me, and I was like, yes, Lord, be a lightning rod anywhere else but around this bike. And so I was comforted. It did hail a little bit, which was really interesting too. I don't know if that got on video, but yeah, it was cool. So yeah, I'm gonna fight through this one little more stretch of into the wind, and then I turn with it 30 miles. I'm gonna knock it out and try to warm up. Let's do that now. Love you guys. See you later. Alright, so I just rolled here to Patrick Pierce Park, and unfortunately it says park closed, no trespassing. It's because the water's high and there's a pavilion down there where the cyclists usually camp. They've got all the picnic tables up here behind this thing. I have reached out to the sheriff's department. They took my name and number. A guy called me back and said he's trying to get in touch with some people to get it approved. But I've been standing here for 30 minutes, and so I don't really know what the next option is. I'm going to do some calculating and figuring and looking at the weather, all the things that I need to do, and I will let you guys know what happens in just a little bit. Love you guys. See you later. Man, I tell you what, God sure knows how to put on a light show. When I turned out of that park, I saw that sunburst over the horizon. And I was just like, oh my goodness. I had seen this inn and I knew that it was here. I was planning on camping tonight and staying here tomorrow night because Bobby Brannon had donated the $200 yesterday. So I kind of knew like I had a buffer for tomorrow night. And this morning, Matt Schmunk had donated $100 through Venmo. And I was thinking the whole time, like, I'm going to save that. You know, what is God doing? There's got to be something along the way that I need to save that money for. I did not want to spend it on 2 nights. Like, my whole goal was to camp all day long. I really wanted to camp. And so when I didn't hear anything back from the sheriff, I was like, you know what? There's nothing else I can do. I'll stay tonight. And the winds are supposed to pick up to like gale force for 4 hours tomorrow. And so maybe I could leave out early. Maybe I could, you know, make something work. I don't know. I still don't know if I'm going to do that or not. But so I roll into the hotel and I'm talking with Tina at the desk. And so she ends up giving me a discount. It ended up being $80 a night. I haven't paid for tomorrow night yet because I still don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just divided. I hate to get to the end of funds and just be like, So while I'm standing there talking with Tina, she said it was like $8 to wash laundry, that they do laundry services here, but she offered to do it for me for free. So I was like, thank you so much. I come down here to the room. No sooner have I opened the door that my phone rings, and it's the police office. And so they're like, hey, Adam, so I was not able to get in touch with anybody to get approval for you to camp. It looks like your best bet, with it being this late in the day, would be the Enderlin Inn. And I was like, that's where I am. And so it was just so neat to see how God had kind of worked it out and made it all possible. Again, I hate getting down to the end of funds. I don't want to stay here tomorrow night if I do not have to. I only wanted to do 1 night here, so I'll have to figure it out. I'll just have to pray and see what God does, because I just don't know, I just don't know. I've seen him do this all the way across the United States every time he shows up, and every time it's always amazing. But it was really cool to be able to get in here. Plus, they've got a bathtub. There's a Dollar General right next door, so I can get some Epsom salt and actually soak. And then tomorrow, or there's a place right across the street, a gas station that's got hot food from 6 to 10. So yeah, I'm exhausted. What a crazy day. I'm really learning how we really undervalue the term epic. No doubt about it. Today was epic. These rides have been epic. People will be like, oh man, the way you tied your shoe, that's epic. No. There was torrential rain, lightning bolts, hailstones, fierce winds, blue skies, closed down campgrounds, hotels, free laundry. Today was epic. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. And it's so cool after that fight, to see God just provide. I mean, in the lightning, I'm in I was in the flattest part of North Dakota I've been in. I'm the tallest thing out there. And so I just, I kept making my head lower and lower and lower. And it made me realize, how I was just I was bowing to the Lord, asking him for his protection. But God doesn't show his wrath to us like that. When Jesus was crucified, God poured all his wrath on Jesus on the cross. We are under a dispensation of grace right now. So, God's not sending lightning bolts down to hit people, but I do pray for protection from stuff like that. But it was nice to find peace in the middle of that storm, literally, just knowing, hey, I'm right in the middle of where the Lord is sending me. I need your protection. And he did. And then not only that, he showed off with this room. So I just got my shower, got my stuff down here to Tina. She's getting it washed. And I'm exhausted. I think I already said that, but I'm that exhausted. So I'm going to work on this video, get it produced, cut, edited, uploaded, get it out to you guys tonight. And then that way, if tomorrow is like a forced Sabbath, then I'll take it. I will do nothing tomorrow and let God get his Sabbath back. Because, I don't get the opportunity to just go every Saturday and take down or even go to church services on Sunday. It's the nature of this ministry is different than most, but it's so cool. So yeah, I'll end the video here for the day. If you know anybody who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please find me through the pop-up link in the description, and I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. If you know anybody who's actively addicted, anybody in general, please share this with them. Thank you so much, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. Every one of you that is liking every video, commenting on every video, sharing every video, and those of you that are subscribed to the YouTube channel. The analytics love it, I do too, and who knows, it might save a life. Don't forget, Redeeming Eden is a non-profit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. That link is also in the pop-up link. You can go there and find out more about Redeeming Eden and about the Cody Jordan Forever Funeral Fund, which is a fund I started to help families that lose loved ones to addiction with paying funeral costs. Also, by the way, anybody know what this is? Strange glass box, plastic, large. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm content. I was protected today. I had a tailwind all the way down 46. I was in the road all the way down 46. There was no bike lane, but floods, water over the road in some places, lightning, thunder, heavy torrential rain, hailstones, picture perfect skies. It was just, today was radical living out in it, it's just radical. So yeah, from here at the Enderlin Inn in Enderlin, North Dakota, state number 37. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.